afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday.
Another hot and stormy day.
It really is. Yep. That's what's topping our news. Severe weather. We know of a confirmed tornado in central Wisconsin, just like this one from Green Bay area yesterday. And we're not done yet. The latest on the storm potential coming up.
Also today, our Naomi Coles was at the Capitol for the critical race hearings today. We've got her takeaways from the spirited debate.
And a World War II veteran getting the ride of his life in a biplane from a time he remembers well. We have that story for you coming up. But first, let's take a look outside. It looks nice, but it's pretty sticky out there. And some folks in our viewing area had a rough afternoon, and tornado watch remains in effect. Austin's over in the Weather Center, keeping an eye on the radar.
And yeah, we have been all afternoon so far here because we've seen considerable storms so far. Right now, tornado watch for all of southern Wisconsin in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. And again, it's only 4 p.m. right now, so we have another 4 hours to go here before that tornado watch does get expired. But right now, we are tracking a few of these stronger thunderstorms currently. Right now, the main one that I'm looking at here, it looks like this storm actually did just get expired here. This was severe warned just a moment ago. They did let it expire, which is great news here. Currently, not seeing any active severe thunderstorm warnings, but that is likely to change. What we're actually seeing here is a bunch of storms like this popping up, and they have a ton of intensity. Thankfully, we are seeing quite a few of them starting to wane in intensity as of right now, but that just means another one in a different area could pop right back up. So we're going to take a very close look at this. Not quite seeing any rotation either with these storms as of right now, but we did see some strong storms earlier on in the day. So we are continuing to watch out for this as of right now. Taking us back here to just what we're currently seeing widespread. Some of these thunderstorms here up to our north now devolving into a few weaker thunderstorms, but we did see a tornado warning that lasted for quite some time here earlier on in the day. Now that has expired. Again, no current active severe thunderstorm warnings, but of course, if that changes, we are going to keep you posted. We have that tornado watch into effect until 8 p.m. for tonight. Now is the time to get your plan together just in case for severe weather. You don't want to be caught off guard here over these next few hours. So if you're at home right now, you got a little bit of some time, get your plan together. Find a safe space, get some shelter just in case, and we're going to keep you posted with all of the latest with the weather that's going to unfold here over the next few hours.
All right, Austin, thank you. And to elaborate on what Austin just said, now is the time to be prepared. These storms can pop up at a moment's notice, and conditions can change quickly. So make sure your phone is charged, and anything that can blow away in your yard is either put away or secured. It is essential that you have two different ways to be alerted to severe weather. We encourage you to get your weather radio ready and make sure you have a weather app that will send out notifications. We think our First Warn weather app is a very good one.
And we're making it really easy to download it if you don't already have it. Just point your phone at the QR code on your TV screen right now. It'll take you to a link where you can download the app. Make sure to download our weather app for alerts, radar, and your specific forecast. Emergency officials are preparing for whatever storms might come our way this evening.
Our Madeline O'Neill is live in Baraboo with the message that they want you to hear now. Maddie?
Well, it's still dry here in Baraboo. Haven't had to put on my rain jacket yet, but I've got it nearby. We're seeing that rain may come any minute according to the radar. And I just caught up with the Sauk County Emergency Management Director, Jeff Jelinek. He says the main threat they're keeping an eye on tonight is possible tornadoes, especially considering it's tourism season. There are plenty of people staying out in campers and tents tonight.
Time to prepare is now, not when the tornado's coming near us or you get a wireless emergency alert on your phone. So have an idea of where to go. In most places, I know
Jelinek stresses that outdoor sirens are not meant to wake you up from your sleep, so that's why it's so important to have some kind of phone alert system like the Channel 3000 app. If those alerts do come through, they'll wake you up and make sure they get you the information that you need. Now, we also asked about possible flooding concerns tonight. As of now, that's not a big concern just with the way that rivers are looking here, but it's certainly something emergency officials are keeping an eye on.
Madeline O'Neill keeping an eye for us in Baraboo. Thank you. Today, we learned new information about a Southside shooting that happened overnight. Our crew was on the scene on Atticus Way after one person was shot. Police say the shooting took place around 8 o'clock. A 30-year-old man was taken to the hospital. He had to undergo surgery, but is expected to be okay. Police also tell us they're still looking for a suspect. If you have any information regarding the shooting, call Madison Area Crime Stoppers.
A large warehouse fire in Fort Atkinson continues to burn this afternoon. The fire in the 700 block of Oak Street was reported around noon yesterday. Firefighters are letting the fire burn out and managing hot spots to conserve water. The DNR is monitoring air and water quality of the city and the area. The fire displaced about 50 residents and injured some of the 150 firefighters who were called to the scene. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. School districts that teach systemic racism could face lawsuits and cuts to state funding.
That would be the case under bills introduced by Republican lawmakers and put to the public hearing test today. Naomi Coles brings us that story from the Capitol.
Dozens were at the state capitol today to testify both for and against these bills. This legislation mirrors a nationwide push in more than 24 state houses to control how racism and sexism are taught in schools. Critical race theory is not named in the legislation, but the term was used a lot in testimony today. The state's lawyers say the bills ban concepts related to racist or sexist theories, including things like teaching one race is superior to another or responsible for past behavior by their race.
Whiteness is intrinsically a problem, and that racism is ubiquitous. This legislation will prohibit this type of material from entering our schools.
As great as America is, we haven't always made the right steps, and we need to talk about that. Students need to talk about that.
School districts could lose state funding and be sued for violations if these bills became law. State lawyers said the legislation did not provide immunity to teachers either. Another law under discussion today in that hearing is one that would require school districts to post their curriculum lists online. Advocates say that would lead to greater transparency for parents and students. At the Capitol for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
President Biden says now is the time for his Build Back Better plan as the economy continues to recover from the pandemic.
His agenda is included in the Senate-passed budget framework and the bipartisan physical infrastructure package.
Both measures now move on to the Democratic-controlled House, where leaders have signaled that they won't pass one without the other.
Deborah Alfarone reports from Capitol Hill.
Good afternoon.
President Biden pushed his Build Back Better agenda just hours after the Senate approved a $3.5 trillion budget framework on a party line vote.
I am committed to making sure that our historic economic recovery reaches everyone. This time reaches everyone.
The massive spending measure encompasses the president's key social agenda priorities, which include climate change, child care, health care, and a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants.
This was one of the most significant legislative days we've had in a long time here in the United States Senate.
The Senate adjourned for recess Wednesday following an all-night vote-a-rama that began soon after the body also overwhelmingly passed a $1 trillion bipartisan physical infrastructure bill. President Biden later discussed that legislation in a virtual call with state and local leaders.
It's the first big bipartisan thing we've done in a long while, and I think it's long overdue.
President Biden has expressed optimism that both bills will make it to his desk, but congressional Republicans, they are overwhelmingly opposed to the budget framework, and they have vowed to draw out the process.
We're going to argue it out right here on the floor at some length.
The House is expected to return from recess the week of August 23rd to take up the budget framework. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said the chamber won't consider the smaller bipartisan infrastructure bill until the larger spending package is passed. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
Senate Democrats are using the reconciliation process to advance the $3.5 trillion spending bill without Republican votes.
But that means all 50 Democrats must support it, and moderate Democrat Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin have expressed concerns over the measure's price tag.
Texas is working to keep COVID patients out of its overwhelmed hospitals. It's setting up 5 rapid injection therapy centers, including one at a fairgrounds in Corpus Christi. They will resemble this one, which has already been set up outside of a hospital. The purpose of the centers is to administer Regeneron to COVID patients without admitting them to the hospital. Regeneron uses antibodies to help stimulate the immune system to fight the infection. It must be given intravenously or through 4 injections. Only certain at-risk populations are eligible to receive Regeneron in Texas. The Wisconsin National Guard and the 115th Fighter Wing broke ground on a new F-35 simulator this morning. The flight simulator facility is the first of 19 military construction sites. The 115th Fighter Wing expects to complete in preparation for the bed down of the F-35 Lightning in Madison, and it marks the beginning of the base's physical transition for the F-35. The F-35 has been controversial as some locals don't want the expensive plane in the area. They claim jets would increase noise and could have other environmental impacts.
Well, someone found $10,000 in a fanny pack while walking on Madison's east side in mid-July. The person found the fanny pack near the intersection of Winnebago Street and Bashford Avenue about 7 o'clock on July 18th. It contained $10,000 in cash, a phone, and a person's ID card. Police say they documented the found property and put it into safekeeping until the owner could be located.
A national organization dedicated to senior veterans is working to give World War II servicemen and women one last meaningful ride. Madison native and Desert Storm Commander Louis Harnett took flight this morning on a Boeing Stearman. The biplane is the same one used to train many military pilots in the late 30s and early 40s. And though there was a bit more wind than they expected on today's flight, Harnett, at almost 97, says it is a pleasure to be honored in this way.
It was an interesting flight, tell me. I mean, it got pretty windy and we were bouncing around a little bit, and that's when she decided, I'm sure, maybe we should cut it a little short and get the veteran back on the ground.
Dream Flight's organizers say the goal of these rides is to not only honor senior veterans, but also help put a spring in their steps and a sparkle in their eyes. This year, the group is working to share the flight experience as part of Operation September Freedom, with more than 1,000 World War II veterans in over 300 cities across the nation.
Well, it's time once again for one of the best shows offered up by the cosmos. The Perseid meteor shower will peak from midnight tonight to dawn on Friday. Viewing should be especially optimal because the moon is at a crescent phase and will be setting early. That'll create dark conditions that allow the shooting stars to be seen more easily. Stargazers in the northern hemisphere should be able to see up to 40 meteors per hour. Of course, that all depends on light pollution in your area. The further you are from a city, the more likely you are to see fragments from the comet Swift-Tuttle blaze across the night sky.
We'll have to ask Austin what the odds are of a clear sky tonight to see that. Well, still to come at 4, does it seem like everything costs more now?
Well, that's because they do, and you can blame the pandemic for that. More on that when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Our Designer Kids Package or Free Lens Upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Welcome back. Hackers have just scored what could be the biggest theft in the cryptocurrency industry. The decentralized finance platform Poly Network says $600 million was stolen from them. Poly Network says a vulnerability in its system allowed hackers to make off with the money. The company actually begged the thieves to return it, and it appears they're listening. This morning, Poly Network says nearly $5 million has been returned. It's not clear who is behind the hack or why they're returning the money.
Southwest Airlines says Delta is hurting its bottom line, and it's not talking about its competing carrier. A regulatory filing from Southwest indicates passengers are now booking fewer flights and canceling existing reservations as the Delta variant of COVID-19 grips the nation. The airline is predicting it will not turn a profit during the third quarter, which is a change from its previous forecast a few weeks ago. Southwest also adjusted its August operating revenue. Estimates down to 15 to 20% below 2 years ago. Airline officials say it appears demand for leisure travel for the Labor Day holiday is remaining strong.
The cost of living is on the rise. The Labor Department reports consumer prices jumped 5.4% in July from a year earlier. Gas is up 41% compared to last year, fueling a rise in overall prices, including food. The cost of eating out in July saw its biggest one-month surge in 40 years, and shoppers are spending more at the grocery store. Beef and veal jumped 6.5% in last year. Pork products increased nearly 8%, and whole milk rose 8%. Pandemic-related supply chain issues are one factor that's influencing costs, and once those stabilize, economists believe that prices could too.
Optimism over inflation and the infrastructure bill sent stocks into record territory for the second day in a row. The Dow Industrials gained 220 points for a record-setting close of 35,484. The Nasdaq, however, lost 22, but the S&P 500 added 10 for a record close as well. A new Marquette Law School poll was released this afternoon.
This one took an extensive look at the issues facing Wisconsin.
The director of the poll, Charles Franklin, back with us. It seemed like just a week ago we were talking to you, Charles.
Funny how that happens. It's good to be back, though.
Last week we talked about the Supreme Court as a national poll. Now this is a Wisconsin poll looking at Wisconsin issues, and we'll start with the governor's approval rating.
Yeah, you said 50% approved, 43% disapproved. That's exactly the same as where he was in October before the election. So no movement on that for him.
Is that unusual or is that typical?
Well, it's somewhat typical. We saw Governor Evers get a real boost during the spring and summer as COVID was hitting the state for the first time. And those numbers have come down. He had bumped up into the 60s in the spring, high 50s over the summer, then into the mid 50s in the fall. And as you saw by October, right where he is now, 50 to 43. That's 7 points net positive, but it is at 50 instead of 54, 55, 56. His COVID approval remains stronger at 54 to 39, and that's actually a little stronger than it was in October.
You also asked respondents whether they think Wisconsin is on the right track or the wrong track. What direction do people think things are going?
Well, this is a very negative result. 38% say we're headed in the right direction, 51% off on the wrong track. And that's a big swing from in March last year in 2020 when 61% said we were headed in the right direction. Now, that was unusually large. Earlier in the year, it had been in the 50s, but still this reversal to 38 right direction, 51 wrong track is a pretty negative result. We also asked a new question about whether government in Wisconsin was working as intended or is it broken. 32% said right, it's working as intended, but 60% said it's broken here.
That might be one of the reasons why we're headed in the wrong direction in the poll.
I think they might be related, and it's something that partisans of both sides can be upset about because they blame the other side for anything that's going wrong. I will say that it's better in Wisconsin than in Washington. When we asked the same question about Washington government, only 10% said it was working, 84% said it's broken. So pretty bad numbers there.
You asked a question about photo ID and whether Wisconsin residents should be required to produce a photo ID to vote. What were the results on that?
Yeah, this is an issue that's been with us for a while, of course. 73% say that you should be required to have an ID. 22% said you should not. And we haven't asked this for a while, but last time was October of 2014 when IDs were kind of new. 60% were in favor of the IDs, then 36% opposed. So it's we've seen this in national data as well, a growing acceptance and support for photo ID.
You also looked at COVID. What did you ask about COVID?
Well, we asked a couple of questions. One went back to last year when we had the shutdown. Do you think the shutdown was justified or was it an overreaction? 62% say justified. 35% say an overreaction. That's a little tighter than it was in October, but not a lot tighter. We also asked if you've been vaccinated. 68% said they had, 27% said they'd not. But interestingly, 7% declined to say, showing some reluctance to talk about whether you're vaccinated or not. That 68% matches with the CDC, which also says 68% here of those 18 and over. And there are big party differences. 45% of Republicans say they've been vaccinated, 71% of independents, and 87% of Democrats.
Boy, it still remains a political hot potato.
It really is. And of the unvaccinated, Republicans are more hesitant, though even among unvaccinated Democrats, nearly 2/3 say they probably or definitely won't get vaccinated. So that's an issue for the unvaccinated.
It really is. We are in political times, that's for sure. Interesting as always, Charles. Thank you for being with us today. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Take care.
All right, let's head over to Austin. We have a weather update.
And that's right, we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is the cell that I've been tracking here for a little bit. This is for Iowa counties until 5:15 p.m. We're looking at wind speeds greater than around 50 miles per hour, but also mainly large hail here with this system as of right now. So just to give you a track of how this is moving, right around Castle Rock, Montfort right now, tracking towards Highland and continuing off to the east as well. In terms of our hail tracks over the last 2 hours, we have seen around 1 inch hail that has fallen. So we're going to continue to monitor this situation as of right now. Not quite seeing too much in terms of rotation, but if we do start to see that, we are going to keep you posted. But as of right now, again, Grant County also included here with that severe thunderstorm warning. They just actually expanded this a little bit. So this does include parts of Grant County, Iowa counties as well, and this is going to go until 5:15 p.m. And if we do see any updates, we'll keep you posted. But for right now, we'll be right back after the break.
ViTense Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The ViTense Golfland simulator suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your Leaf Guard purchase.
McGann Furniture in Baraboo has a question for you. Have you ever bought a piece of furniture in a box and then had to put it together yourself? We know it's not fun. At McGann's, everything is professionally inspected and assembled before pickup or delivery. Goodbye headaches, and there's no extra charge for assembly. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in soon and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Certain HPV-related cancers?
You're not welcome here.
Get out of my face. HPV can cause certain cancers when your child grows up. Get in its way. HPV can affect males and females, and there's no way to predict who will or won't clear the virus. The CDC recommends HPV vaccination at age 11 or 12 to help protect against certain cancers. Hey, cancer, not
my
child. Don't wait. Talk to your child's doctor about HPV vaccination today.
ViTense Golfland now offers the new Top Tracer mobile system. Track your shots from grass and mat tee areas for free from your cell phone. Record your golf swing with stats provided. Play games like Capture the Flag. Have golf range entertainment fun with Top Tracer at ViTense Golfland.
Take a look at this. Check out a robotic chameleon sporting a custom-made color-changing coat that can mimic its backgrounds, just like a real chameleon, created by engineers at Seoul National University in South Korea. The electronic skin is linked to sensors on the robot's belly, which relay info to heaters that adjust the skin's temperature, producing colors. It's all explained here in this easy-to-read diagram.
Oh, sure.
The engineers say the tech could be used to create smart military camouflage, among other things.
It's pretty fascinating,
It is
actually. I love it. Let's show it some engineering scans. It's like trying to read the weather maps.
That's right. Try looking at the radar, changing color as we speak, Austin.
Yeah, the radar constantly changing as of right now. We have one severe thunderstorm warning. I just mentioned it. And again, that is for Grant and Iowa counties. But as of right now, we're going to really dive in deep after the break into what we're currently seeing, what we're expecting for the rest of the day. So don't change that channel. We'll be right back after this.
It's time for back to school, so get to Rogan's today for styles your kids will love. Plus, save the receipt and the next pair is half price. Family Savings gets an A+ at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just one day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So, be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
Now's the time to get a Ford built for you, by you. Pick your color, your wheels, and other available features specifically designed for your Ford. Want an F-150 with a 12-inch touchscreen, 400 horsepower in an Explorer, or a moonroof? You've got it. And now an additional $1,000 bonus cash on top of all public offers. See your dealer for a Ford built for you, by you. Build and order your select Ford today and get $1,000 bonus cash in addition to all public offers.
I kept my receipt from the last time I was at Rogan's to save even more and back to school for my kids. The shoes I'm getting today are half price. I get the best savings for my family at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back. The main story that we're going to talk about here for today is the tornado watch that is currently in effect here for pretty much all of southern Wisconsin, and that's going to last until 8 o'clock p.m. here for tonight. Notice how this is also picking up on a severe thunderstorm watch, but that's across the water here, not quite for us. But again, with that tornado threat, of course, strong to severe thunderstorms are on the table here for today as well. Now, we are tracking two specific locations. Now, this first one around Reedsburg, seeing quite a heavy downpour as of right now. Some strong gusty winds, some smaller hail as well. And just to the north of Loganville, also right in between Richland Center and Rockbridge, we are seeing quite a heavy downpour right now, tracking across Highway 56, tracking towards Highway 58 as well. But that's not really our main cause for concern right now. This is really the strongest storm in our area currently. Now, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for both Grant and Iowa counties, and not really looking so much at the stronger wind speeds with this system right now. Main risk is going to be large hail size and about an excess of 1 inch hail of diameter. So again, very strong thunderstorm right now, a severe thunderstorm. This is right around Highland, Cobb, tracking towards Dodgeville currently. So if you are in these areas, it's going to just sneak right to the north here of Highway 18 as well. So if you are on the road, if you know some people that are traveling along these roadways, let them know so they can jump to safety a little bit sooner than later, because we have already seen the potential for damaging storms here so far today, and we continue to do so as of right now. Again, that tornado watch in effect until 8 p.m. We've already seen one confirmed tornado in our northernmost communities, and there is the potential for more here for today. So just to give you an idea of where these storms are currently tracking, notice how we are actually starting to see a little bit of a weaker line of these storms developing. Not quite a consistent line of thunderstorms. There are quite a few breaks in the action as of right now, but this is a sign that we could start to see more thunderstorm development here over the next 30 minutes, maybe an hour or two as well. If we don't quite see that, that's actually going to increase our chances for tornadoes. If we see a clean-cut line of thunderstorms developing, that'll actually decrease the threat for tornadoes, but it increases the risk for strong straight-line winds. Thankfully, we're not quite seeing that risk for strong straight-line winds, but we are still seeing that threat to see one of these storms popping up and then eventually becoming tornado warned. Currently, no active tornado warnings that we're looking at, but we do have an enhanced risk for severe weather. And again, that is for pretty much our entire area. Way out to our west here, still a slight risk that we're continuing to watch out for. In terms of threats that we are looking at here, again, pretty solid possibility to see an isolated tornado moving through. Also looking at a good chance to see strong gusty winds here, and we're not ruling out the potential for large hail. Again, that's the main risk of what we were looking at here with the Grant and Iowa County storm. It's that large hail that we're currently tracking as of right now. Now for tomorrow, it does look like we are going to shift that severe threat down to our south, but some of our southern and eastern communities still are going to be under that marginal risk for severe weather. Now here's another look at our tornado watch. Again, this goes until 8 p.m. here for tonight, and this does encompass most of our communities as well. So we really do need to take note here. This is going to be an important afternoon. Today, right now especially, is the time where you do need to get together a severe plan just in case. Now tomorrow we do have a slight chance to see a passing shower or thunderstorm, especially in the afternoon hours, but afterwards we calm things down. This is greatly needed here for us. We need to calm things down. Last 6 out of 7 days we've seen have had some sort of severe weather. So this will feel pretty nice here after we can get through the rest of today and tomorrow.
Perfect. It'll be like a reward.
The weekend looks amazing right now. I'm crossing my fingers it holds that way, but all of our models are showing that.
Yeah, and keep an eye on that thunderstorm. It's going over Boscobel, which doesn't need any more storms.
That's exactly right.
All right. Thank you, Austin. A recent study shows debt from medical care is skyrocketing in the U.S. More than half of all the bills in collection right now are medical bills.
CBS News consumer investigative reporter Anna Werner reports.
Florida resident Chad Kish's medical debt story began with severe pain from herniated discs in his neck last year.
I really couldn't get out of bed for more than a few minutes.
Doctors told the 39-year-old who runs his own small pest control business that he would need surgery. So he checked to make sure his insurance would cover it, then went ahead. But afterwards, he got stuck with a bill for a facility charge he says the insurance company refused to pay, $145,000. He says the hospital then demanded payments of $1,500 a month.
I told him that can't happen. Can we go with something lower? And they said no.
When he couldn't pay, the hospital sued him.
You're like, oh boy, now what do I do?
He's not alone. A new JAMA study finds medical bills are the largest source of American debt, with a record $140 billion in collections owed last year, nearly twice the previous estimate. It's all about the medical bills.
Yeah, it's sort of a uniquely American phenomenon.
Stanford professor Neil Mahoney, the lead author, says bills are often higher for people living in a dozen states that chose not to expand eligibility for Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act.
The fact that the healthcare system, which is supposed to heal people, is creating half of debt and collections in the United States is something that I think is quite distressing.
Back in Florida, Kish says he was able to negotiate his bill down with a self-pay discount, but is still on the hook for roughly $50,000. And now he'll be paying $125 a month until it's gone, which will take some 33 years.
Very, very frustrating.
Keep in mind that study only looked at debt that was already in collections, so it's not the entire picture. Data from the pandemic is not reflected yet. Anna Werner, CBS News, Berkeley, California.
A uniquely American problem.
Wow. We'll continue to follow it.
Coming up next on Live Before, our Christina Laurie talks to a local school district about why they're still offering remote learning.
And then coming up next hour at 5, Anissa Scott was killed 1 year ago today. Our Adam Duxter will take a look at what has changed and what hasn't at 5.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. With things getting back to normal, we're proud to have been able to continue to serve homeowners during these difficult times. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by just 3% of contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor. We continue to make all the proper precautions to keep our employees and homeowners safe. Taking care of our customers is our top priority.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which
which is important to keep happy. My wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and get our best offer. Take 50% off installation labor, get free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
A great night's sleep starts on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Sleep up to 8 degrees cooler on the next generation Tempur-Pedic Breeze with super breathable cooling technology that moves heat away from your body. Get a queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress for only $67 per month when you use Steinhoffels 60-month special financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash and free delivery. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Tonight at 5, a Madison man is chalking up his neighborhood on the daily. Find out why and his message to everyone looking for a little more positivity in their lives. That's tonight at 5.
And we have the potential for strong thunderstorms moving through for the rest of this evening and possibly again late Thursday. Your forecast straight ahead.
And ahead at 6, the legislature's education committee's hearing testimony about whether critical race theory should be taught in your child's school. We'll have the latest tonight. Join us for News 3 Now at 6. Well, all month long, we're getting families ready for the start of a new school year, one that for many will once again look different. 99% of students in the Waunakee district are returning to in-person learning.
Our Christina Laurie explains why administrators are still making virtual learning an option and what doctors recommend you do today to get your kids ready for another year of uncertainty.
The start of a new school year is often scary, even without COVID. That's why regardless of where or how your child will be starting this year, it's up to you to help them feel comfortable and confident.
Well, we have a wealth of experience to deliver instruction in a variety of modes.
Last year was a lesson in patience and pivoting for many district students and parents.
There's nothing that we couldn't pivot to if we had to.
This year, Waunakee administrators are preparing for another uncertain semester, although right now they're not planning on it. Like many districts, Waunakee has a medical advisory committee.
Early on, no one had heard of COVID-19. No one had any experience with it.
UW Health Dr. Jeff Pothoff, a parent in the district, is a member and helps sift through the latest data.
So it's not enough to say, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'll probably be fine.
Last year, the Waunakee district did it all, starting the 2020 semester on Zoom before transitioning to a hybrid model and eventually in-person instruction by spring. If that sounds like a lot of change,
this is going to be a challenging year.
UW Health psychologist Shyla Murgain says it's because it is. This year, Waunakee students can choose to learn virtually or in person. 99% of families opted for in-person instruction.
We want to really cultivate resilience in our kids by helping them really adjust to whatever happens.
Wherever and however your children will start this school year, Dr. Murgain suggests you talk to them today, helping them feel comfortable, confident.
And then it's really important for parents to pack a few extra masks.
Packed and prepared for a new school year. Reporting for News 3 Now this morning, I'm Christina Laurie.
Christina, thank you. Still to come at 4, a groundbreaking medical facility is coming to our area.
The facility will study the use of psychedelics to treat certain mental health conditions. We'll have that story when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
Which is a condition in itself.
Yes.
S'more Kiss.
Absolutely.
We're back at the Bruce Company after several months. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Emmy.
We're talking all things summer fun. So how can we make our summer more fun?
Well, I love to grill. Everybody loves to grill in the summer. And this is brand new from Weber, and this is the Weber Traveler.
This is beautiful.
It's really slick. It's a great sized grill for a patio or a small terrace. You use the little like camping propane kits, but what's really snazzy about it is that it collapses.
Down to basically nothing.
Like the size of a suitcase.
Yeah.
And it's super sturdy, so you can take it camping. It'd be great for tailgating. And since it's gas, you don't have to worry about cooling down and having those hot coals in your car. It's really fabulous.
Convenient.
So much fun.
And this is a great time of year to take a good look at your garden and see if there's spots you could make better.
Right, you might have some holes where maybe some perennials are finished up, or maybe you had some summer annuals that didn't make it through the heat in June.
Sure.
And you want to pop in some color.
I like it.
And you can certainly do that. We've got lots of fresh new annuals here in the Garden Center, so petunias, ornamental grasses, all kinds of things, and some things that will even transition as you get into the cooler months.
You can spruce with Bruce.
I know, that's my new tagline.
I love it. You have some really exciting news to share with us.
Yes, I do. So this is the 15th straight year that the Bruce Company has been awarded gold in the Best of Madison Garden Center category.
High five, fist bump.
Yeah, this thing.
Congratulations. We all know why. You guys do an amazing job. Congrats.
Thank you.
I'm Emmy Fink.
I'm Lisa Briggs.
And from the Bruce Company, you are buzzed into
Madison.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor. Call 1-800-886-8411.
And welcome back. One peek at traffic right now. Lots of green in the area. Major arteries in and out of the Madison and Janesville area, all looking good to go as of right now. But not too far away, a severe thunderstorm right now, again in Grant and Iowa counties, continuing to track to the east. Main risk with this, hail size of 1 inch plus potentially here with this. Also, they have tacked on tornado possibles. We are starting to see signs of some broad rotation here on the back end of this threat. So we're going to continue to watch this. If this gets tornado warned, we're going to keep you updated with every moment.
Dang, dude.
Mama gone.
Yes, you can open your eyes.
Oh. Chow's dad, Chow, hits the floor as he opens his eyes and sees his daughter in her wedding dress. He can't contain his excitement and runs over with a big smile, gives her a hug. Most reveals are with the groom, but Chow wanted to do one for her immediate family as well. Her dad is so nervous that Chow has to tell him to open his eyes after he turns around.
Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet.
Well, a groundbreaking new medical research organization is building in the Madison area.
Ground was broken earlier this month on a new facility at the USONA Institute in Fitchburg.
It will serve as a global center in the field of psychedelic research. Chuck Rayson is the Director of Clinical and Transitional Research, and he joins us now live. Chuck, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Good to see you guys.
So boil this down to the basics. What are you doing over there?
Well, it's going to be a really remarkable center that grows out of the work that USONA has been doing for the last 7 years. So we are a really novel organization in the history of medicine in the United States in many ways. So we were founded 7 years ago as a nonprofit medical research organization, but with the purpose, one of our main purposes was to act in a way like a pharmaceutical company to explore whether psychedelic medicines might hold potential as really novel treatments for mental illness. And of course, this was based on a number of very impactful academic studies that have been done in the last 20 or so years, suggesting that a single treatment with agents like psilocybin that we are studying, and that is the psychedelic component in magic mushrooms, have the ability to produce really long-term improvements in anxiety and depression and perhaps substance abuse disorders. So building on that, USONA has been working really diligently to do the sorts of studies that, if they're positive, would support FDA approval for these medicines, which would be a radical addition, just a remarkable change in how we treat some of these mental illnesses.
So this treatment is really coming into the mainstream. You mentioned FDA approval hasn't been granted yet, but this will pretty much be a center for this kind of study in the nation right here in Fitchburg, won't it?
That's right. This is the first such center, frankly, in the world that is exclusively devoted to the study of these agents. This will be a center where we can explore how to best administer these agents, how best to train people that are working as therapists to help people work through the sorts of experience that these agents induce that seem to be so important for their transformative capacity. And it's also a place where people are going to be convened. Scholars are going to be able to come from around the world to discuss, how to optimize these agents, how to explore for new psychedelic agents, how to ensure that the therapy that's being offered along with these agents is as effective as it can possibly be. So this is going to really make the Madison area a world center for the discovery, the exploration, and the implementation of how we use these psychedelic medicines.
That's a whole new world, and it's based right here. Your building's going to be 95,000 square feet?
Yeah, more or less. And it'll be just a beautiful, beautiful structure. I mean, there are so many beautiful structures that have been built on the larger Promega campus where this building will be situated. And looking at the architectural designs, I think this will be the most beautiful of all the buildings. I think it will really embody the sort of integration of heart, mind, and spirit that USONA is pursuing in the development of these agents.
We're going to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, this is a big story, and we wish we had more time to really get into it. But we'll have to come. Yeah, we'll have to come back as the project progresses and as the building gets constructed.
Chuck, thanks for being with us today. It's very interesting.
Yep.
I will have a final check your forecast coming up.
I'm not always on my game, but lately, my uncle is, especially with his type 2 diabetes.
With once-weekly Trulicity, most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
Fry Construction is celebrating 26 years of providing excellence in home improvements. We strive to exceed the expectations of our clients with each and every project we do. Respected by your neighbors and voted Best of Madison 2 years in a row. Best kitchen and bath design, best roofer. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself and save 26% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Tonight at 5, severe weather rolling through southern Wisconsin. Our team of meteorologists keeping us updated on those storms. Plus, it's been 1 year since 11-year-old Anissa Scott was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting. How her family is honoring her legacy every day.
News 3 now, and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County are collecting school supplies for area students.
Please help us by donating at the Boys and Girls Club locations or the News 3 Now studios. Visit channel3000.com for details, then donate.
Welcome back. Main thing that we're watching out for as of right now is the severe thunderstorm warning in parts of Grant and Iowa counties. It looks like the Grant County areas have actually expired their warning, but it's in effect in Iowa County until 5:15 p.m. Main risk with this one is going to be the hail size of around an inch in diameter, but also a tornado is possible with this system. So taking one quick look here at our velocity radar, you can see a little bit of some rotation here just to the west of Highland, right around Castle Rock. So this is what we're continuing to monitor as of right now. If we see this get tornado warned, we're going to be with you every step of the way with this storm. As of right now, a potentially deadly system, so we need to seek shelter in the Castle Rock Highlands area just in case. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.
Let the design team at Waunakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
We're here at the local farmers market, where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
A lot of Medicare health plans have benefits that are specific to each county. So why would you call a national 1-800 number about your health insurance decisions? Your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better.
Don't get fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to Medicare options, keep it honest. Keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and they're free.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor.
Call 1-800-886-8411.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
In today's Final Touch, some Navy SEALs live up to their name.
Some 200 people, mostly current or former U.S. Navy SEALs, swam across the Hudson River. It was to honor the 20th year anniversary of the September 11th attacks on the United States. Other military veterans and supporters joined in the swim. The swimmers stopped twice along the way on barges anchored outside of the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island for 100 push-ups in honor of America's liberties and 22 pull-ups in recognition of 22 veterans who commit suicide every day. The event ended with participants placing a U.S. flag into the 9/11 memorial at the South Reflection Pool at the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan to honor the victims of 9/11 and all those who died.